long. It says it's going live. I always wait for that little yellow button, even though this is probably recording right now, but I wait for the little button because it says live. Hey, internet friends, MagicBrad here, Synergy Cafe. I'm in Asheville, North Carolina. You got your coffee for the cafe. Quack, quack, my little duck. And I have a friend that I actually met him before I moved to Asheville. Met him online via the internet, and then when I got to Asheville, I got to meet him in person. And he is here, and his name is Damon Dickinson. Damon, are you here? You here? We got weird sound stuff going on. Can you hear me?
Special effect going there.
Okay, he's there. Damon, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I like the special effects we're getting from the sound wave there. It's a very retro 80s sort of feel.
Well, your background kind of looks that way too, with that all those colors. You just need a black light, and we can do some disco or whatever.
Yeah, right. That's my tapestry from Bali.
Oh, it's from Bali, really?
Yes.
Very cool. I love Bali. We'll talk more about that. But the way I do these interviews, I just ask some basic quick questions, and then we get into your programs. I ask the who, what, where, when, how, and why. So the first question is, who is Damon? You got kids? You married? What do you? Who are you?
Yeah, thanks, Brad. Damon Dickinson. I also live here in Asheville, North Carolina. These beautiful mountains. Fell in love with this area about 30 years ago, from South Florida, and it took me about 10 years to move here, but I've been here since '98, and this is home. I love it here. I have a beautiful daughter. Her name's Leah, and she's 9, and we have beautiful lives sharing and loving doing martial arts together, and we have our own chocolate business we just started just right here for Valentine's Day, Happy Hearts Chocolates. We're having fun learning how to run our own business, do something we love, make healthy chocolates, which is kind of where it started. And what else? Not currently married, single at the moment, and love teaching, coaching, and teaching people about deeper happiness and fulfillment in their life, and utilizing meditation and our hearts, following our hearts in order to take the right steps and moving forward in our lives in ways that help.
That kind of goes into the next question, is what is it you do? So is it that you make chocolates? Is that your business? Or I think you're a meditation and like a life coach, right? Yeah,
I got on the chocolates. It was really, the chocolates was just an innocent way for Leah and I to learn together and play together. And it's turned into a very small business. I don't know that it's going to take on any great proportion. My main business is in coaching, happiness coaching and fulfillment coaching. And the primary thing that I love doing is teaching people meditation, heart meditation.
Okay, so where do you do this? Do you have like an office that you do it, or a ashram, or do you do it online, or where do you do your work?
Yeah, primarily I do it by phone. If someone does live here in Asheville, I'm always happy to meet them, and I enjoy finding different random places, beautiful places to share, usually outdoors if we can do it. Weather this time of year is not always conducive to being outside. I do not have like a physical office per se. Most of my work's done by phone, or we'll find a nice location and share together. So.
Okay, when do you do your work? Do you have like regular office hours or set schedule kind of thing, or is it kind of like Damon on call, where if you got a little pager, he can call you at midnight if we have an issue?
No, not usually. I do try to make myself available if someone really needs it, if they're in crisis, but just like every human being, we've got to set boundaries. My basic hours are usually 10 a.m. to about 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. So I work during the day.
Okay, so then how do you do your work? Is it like there's a lot of different coaching models and things? How do you do your coaching?
Well, the first thing I love to do is really just connect with someone, whether they're someone I know, like you and I. We've known each other for years, but you haven't really experienced me as a coach before, and to share my gifts and be of service, because that's really what it's about for me in the first phase. And also just to feel the chemistry, because it's like any relationship. I might be a great coach for one, either on personality or skills or the ways that we relate to life. So I really like to just connect with a person first and find out what their desires and goals are, or where they're feeling stuck and need movement, because it could be any area of life that they're either wanting to move to the next level in, or maybe they're just stuck and can't move forward.
Okay.
to share my gifts and see, hey, is this a good fit? And usually I just love to do that as a place of service when I begin. And then if there is good chemistry and there does feel like there's a good win-win value on both sides for us to spend more time together, then we can continue that conversation and explore, hey, what might this look like if we did more of this together? So that's the primary way that I like to get started.
Okay, I like that. That's kind of how I work too. I've got a database, and there's people in there that do not resonate with me, so I like to share my database with other people because they might resonate with them, and they might leave my database and work with somebody else, but it all works in synergy, and it might work the other way. So I'm the same kind of, get to connect, you know.
Yes.
There's somebody that, say, a born-again Christian or a New Age woo-woo person, they're probably not going to vibe.
But in a lot of cases, depending on the conversation, that's definitely true.
And then again, they might. I remember there was that Bell Share event in Asheville that last year, and there was a big black tent of atheists and a big white tent of Christians, and they're right by each other. Who would have guessed? So here's my final question, and then we'll get into some other things about if you got any programs coming up or how people can get a hold of you and stuff. But this is my favorite question: is why is it you do what you do? I mean, I know when I first met you, you were doing some internet work with Google and things, and so why do you do it? Why do you do coaching? What for?
You know, I think it's an out-picturing and outpouring of my own desires, my own efforts to improve myself and really learn how to live a happy and fulfilled life. And so through my own experiences, through my own trainings, personal development, I've just amassed a very large toolbox of skills and modalities that have helped me. And through my desire to share and help other people, which has always been very deep within me, it was a natural segue for me to be able to share those with other people in the arena of coaching. I had considered at one point actually going more professional clinical route of actually getting a degree in psychology and going that route. And the more I listened to my heart and the more I felt about it, it was like, no, I actually want something that's a little more on the personal side and actually gave me more freedom to incorporate different modalities that may or may not fit within that arena. Also, I like personal freedom like you do, as far as like having to be in an office, be in a set environment all the time. I really like being able to flow with my life and the choices that I make as far as how my time is spent, places that I get to spend them, and also how I can share. So, and I just, you know, freedom is one of those. A clinical psychologist.
You froze up a little bit on that last sentence. Freedom is.
You kind of, is that Brad?
You froze up on that last sentence. So freedom is what?
Okay. So I really appreciate having the freedom to share and be who I am all the way, as opposed to being kind of boxed in. And so I guess the coaching it's just been a natural fit for me.
We're on the same page there. I can see how a person could do coaching and you just go up in the beautiful mountains here on a nice sunny day and sit on a couple of stumps and do it there, as opposed to sitting on a couch or some crazy thing in an office.
Yes.
So I love that idea too. And you know, you just I can do these hangouts with this phone. I just prop it up against a tree and do it out in the woods somewhere.
Absolutely.
I like that freedom aspect. So
yeah.
The last part of this, and then we'll sign off, and then if you want to stay on, we'll talk a little further, and I'll explain how I do all this stuff. But how do people get a hold of you? Via Facebook, LinkedIn? Of course, they can get a hold of you through me and Synergy Cafe, but how would they find you if they wanted to connect with you and possibly be coached by you?
Yeah, the best place to start is my website, which is heartmeditationforbeginners.com. So that's the easiest place to find me. I'm certainly on Facebook as well. You know, you and I have talked about that, and you mentioned it. I've got some updating to do at the beginning of this year as I've gotten my official certification as a coach. I get to change and update from some of the marketing stuff that I've been doing in the past, and I still am doing some local marketing, so that my new coaching credentials reflect what is my main focus for this year in 2015. But I am on Facebook. You can look up Damon Dickinson. I do have a life coach page up there, so some people have trouble spelling my last name. It's D-I-C-K-I-N-S-O-N. Damon. But if you look up Damon in Asheville, there's not that many. So Asheville, North Carolina.
By strange coincidence, my wife's brother's name is Damon.
Ah, there you go.
So you can also get a hold of Damon through me. I can through Synergy Cafe, and we'll connect you all. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Synergy Ventures collaboration.
On my website as well, and there's a contact page. So.
And I will be putting those links, because what happens is this video gets beamed up to YouTube, and then I put the respective links in that video, and then I propagate that out to the internet, and then I take that video and I put it on blogs and posts, and I propagate those out to the internet, and I capture my share of the internet real estate that's out there. So that's it. If you want to stay on, we'll chat for a little bit further, but appreciate you taking the time, Damon, and anybody that's watching, really thank you for tuning in. And if you want to get a hold of Damon, do so, please. So thanks again, Damon. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Bradley.